Thursday, June 19th, 2025. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. And celebrate while you can, because once somebody explains to Trump what it's for, watch how quickly he's going to cancel a federal holiday. Isn't it fun that, like, there's so many things that happen in June that irritate him? It's Pride. Um, well, he loved Flag Day because it was his birthday. What else happens in June? I don't know. Anyway, happy Juneteenth, happy Freedom Day, or more to the point, finding out that you're free day. Um, I love this celebration, but I always find that story so sad. But those poor folks in Texas just spent an additional, what was it, year and a half without knowing that they were free. That It shouldn't laugh. Anyway, so yeah, Trump got uninvited to the NAACP conference, and who cares? Um, he didn't show up any of his first term. They don't really want him there. Uh, I was surprised. I feel like somebody must have had a little chat with Amy Alyssa Fowler Griffin to be like, you know what? Don't be contrary about it. Just don't. She couldn't help herself. She had to get the little dig in about. I think it's important that you go on all media and. But when you're interviewing, uh, but somehow she held towed the line. Um, and I don't usually like to talk about the guests, but I will talk about this one because I just love her, and I think I think what she's saying is correct about the Democratic Party. And it's the kind of thing I've been talking about for a long time, that people want to feel like someone is fighting for them. And the biggest problem and why people don't trust or work with the Democratic Party, or vote for them anymore, is that we've lost the trust in actually doing it. And her analogy of the guy who calls it or texts at 2 in the morning, that is the problem, that you don't show us that you're fighting in the fight. And she's right that you need to be constantly on the offensive about communication. And one of the things that I think has really fucked us up and fucked us over, for the last, I guess, at least decade, probably two, is the Nancy Pelosi um, insistence that you don't bring a vote to the floor unless you know you're going to win it. And times have changed. The making of the sausage is not behind closed doors. You're on it. You're on the opportunity to be on every fucking show in the world, um, and broadcast the message that you want to send. But Democrats don't do it. They don't take the offensive on messaging, which is why we lose on the trans issue. Yes, we want to support trans people, but don't allow them to make it the central part of our campaign. Um, Learn how to pivot, people. But, you know, write a clean bill that, that provides Medicare for all. Write a clean bill that gets rid of super PACs and changes campaign finance. It won't pass, but put the bill on the floor when you are in control of one of the houses of Congress. Make the Republicans vote it down, and then you go and scream to the rooftops. And I don't understand why the Democrats are so reluctant to do that, other than the fact that they don't actually want to do the things that we want them to do. And that's why we need to get that whole corporate fucking establishment class of Democrats out. And the problem is, they're not just going to die out. The old ones are holding on, but there's a whole new class of them that are coming up. Cory Booker is a prime example of someone who will kowtow to the money he was given. He approved the Kushner, a former convict, a former inmate, convicted felon. I don't know if he was pardoned or not. To be ambassador to what, Japan or something, like, because Kushner gave uh, uh, Booker a shit ton of money in his first campaigns. That's the kind of bullshit we're sick of. Um, and, you know, I don't doubt that they have the next candidate all lined up and ready to go, and the donor class is already supporting him, whoever he is, whatever white guy they're going to try to put up. Um, and it won't be Pete Buttigieg. um, yeah, and that's the thing that's so disheartening, and that's the thing that that sort of propels people away from politics. And I don't know, this whole idea they're going to pay $20 million to talk to consultants to figure out how to talk to young men. It like let young men talk to young men. Use the power of the party. Um, and when the Democratic Party is so fucking um, willfully inept at winning or then actually making any serious progress when they do win, then I don't know how we get out of it. And the longer he stays in this administration, the harder it's going to be to dig out of this. And I think about it and I think, like, well, that's the rest of my life. And that's depressing. So we won't think about that because it is currently not raining. It's hotter than bejesus, but the lawn needs to be mowed. So that's what's going to happen. And then maybe some day drinking. Because it's weird to have a holiday in the middle of the week, but I'm going to take advantage of it. Damn it. It's Freedom Day.